Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to design, cut and sew a glove sleeve for a wedding dress. Glove sleeve add a simple and elegant touch to a bridal gown, making a bride to look classy and also beautiful. I will be guiding you through step by step on how to easily cut and sew this beautiful sleeve in a very neat way and a professional way. Let's get started. By the way, my name is Grace. These are the material I was having in mind to use this lace that is combined with sequence and beading as well, but I did not have enough. It wasn't enough for the sleeve. I actually checked and it was too short. I checked, it was too short for the sleeve, so I will be using this net for both the main piece and the lining. Okay, this net is like illusion net, but it has design on it. Okay, I start by joining my paper because my paper is not up to the actual length that I will be using. I come down 1 inch at the edge of my paper to have a starting line. So from this line I'm marking 4 inch. That is my biceps line. Okay, and from this very starting line I'm marking my elbow line, which is 8.5, and I drew a straight line. From that same starting line I'm marking the length of this sleeve. The length of this sleeve, normally my sleeve length is 24, but I'm marking 23.5 because actually the lace I will be using stretches a lot. Okay, so I go ahead to label it the sleeve length, my elbow line and my biceps line. Okay, so at this biceps line I'm inputting my armhole measurement, half of my armhole measurement, which is 7.5. At this elbow measurement I'm measuring my elbow measurement, divide it into 2 and mark that point. I will not be adding any sewing allowance to this sleeve because I'm working with something, a material that stretch. Okay, and it is advisable that if you are making this type of sleeve, please try to work with a very stretchy material. It will give you a very fine fitting. Okay, I measure the wrist of my hand, divide it into 2 and mark the point. Mine is 4 inch, so I'm going to mark that point. You can see the way I'm connecting the point together. After that I use a free hand to curve it out. Guys, I later curve it. Okay, I try to curve it again because material I'm using is very stretchy, so I don't want to give any room for excess allowance or for any excess measurement. Okay, so at the center of my sleeve I'm coming down with 4 inch. Okay, it all depends on how you want it to be. You can decide to make it 5 inch if you want it that way. So I'm now connecting it back to my sleeve length like this. I'm connecting it back to my sleeve length like this. You can leave it this way, you can curve it inside or you curve it outwards. It all depends on the shape that you want, so it's important you give out the shape of what you want now. Okay, you can actually draft this sleeve directly on your fabric, but because we are using something stretching, so it's very advisable you draft it on a paper so that it will be easy for you to cut it out. Now I'm placing it, folding my material like this into 4 because I'm cutting both the lining. I'm using both this piece as the main piece and the lining. Okay, so I place it like so and I will be cutting it out. So I'm going to cut it out off camera to save my time. uh, this is me after cutting out. I cut out the aim line of this sleeve so that that part will not be too sharp. Okay, so now the main piece and the lining piece is now set to be used. This is the piece I had intention of using. Guys, if you are sewing this for a wedding dress, I'm actually illustrating. Please make sure that you use this small rope, this type of rope that is found in this lace. I've been seeing that in some tailoring shop. And make sure that the rope that you use actually stretch a bit. Okay, that is the secret of making this type of sleeve. So because I tried to use that lace, it wasn't working, so I'm going to be using my bias. I've aimed the bias, fold it into two and aim it down. So moving on, I'm spraying my sleeve like so and place my bias this way. Make sure that the rough edge of bias is outside while the part that will hold your finger is right inside. Cover it with the lining and stitch it this way. Okay, after stitching it, guys, I'm trimming it out like so. I trim it out like so, and I'm going to flip it to the right side. Once I flip it to the right side, look at what we have. It's looking beautiful already. It's very, very beautiful. So now I want to iron this lace, this knit. I want to iron the knit. So I'm trying to test it first if it will withstand the heat of the iron. Okay, I lower the iron. I use a very low heat. Okay, I'm now ironing the sleeve so that it will come out very beautiful. After ironing, look at what we have. Is actually very beautiful. So I'm folding it back into two because we are going to shape the sides. You can go ahead and shape the side with 1 inch. Don't worry, it's going to still fit our hand. Remember, we did not add any seam allowance when I was cutting it out, but it fits nicely. Do you know why? Because this material is very stretchy. I can even shape it out with 1.5 inch and it will still be okay. Guys, what I end up seeing here is the rope. The rope I actually attached was too small to accommodate my fingers. So guys, make sure you measure your hand and work with your exact measurement. So I took it back and removed the rope, put the one that will accommodate my hand, because this design you're supposed to wear it in this engagement finger, not your marriage finger. Okay, you're supposed to wear it in your engagement finger. And after that, you see the way I iron it, and after ironing it, I put it on. Guys, look at how beautiful it turns out to be. Let me know in the comment section if you have learned one thing, or if this video is helpful. Let me also know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video so that more people can get to see it. See you all in my next video. Bye.